Tyler Toffoli has scored over 300 goals in the NHL. He's 34 and a 14-year pro. So, when he flew to Vancouver to train with the Celebrini family, he figured the trip would be easy. It wasn't. The first morning, Macklin Celebrini dragged him up a mountain trail called the Grouse Grind. And the kid finished in 39 minutes while Toffoli took an hour. Halfway up, the veteran said out loud, "Oh, I might not make it." This is how a teenager broke a pro. To understand how a teenager does that to a 14-year pro, you gotta meet his dad. Rick Celebrini is the Vice President of Player Health and Performance for the Golden State Warriors, the franchise Steph Curry built into a dynasty. And before that, he worked with the Vancouver Canucks and the MLS Whitecaps. So, Macklin didn't just grow up playing hockey, he grew up inside elite sports science.
Come on, stay deep, guys. Nobody's gonna give up.
Around athletes like Steph, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, watching how those guys eat, train, and recover. Rick has a saying he uses with his kids, and it comes down to 2 words: one more, which means one more rep, one more drill, one more sprint up the hill near their house in North Vancouver.
I think it was absolutely invaluable. For the most part, they were learning, if anything, by osmosis.
The brothers would sprint up, jog down, and repeat. 5 minutes was normal, 10 was the limit, and then 10 became 12, 15, 20. Asking when the workout would end was the fastest way to make it longer. This wasn't a normal household. Mom Robin captained her university soccer team. Brother Aiden's a Canucks draft pick who played alongside him at Boston University, and his sister Charlize plays competitive tennis. The whole family revolves around training, recovery, and the small details that separate good from great.
Bring it around, good, drive back, good, and again.
And the hill near their house was just practice for the real test on Grouse Mountain. The Grouse Grind is a 1.55-mile trail that goes straight up the face of Grouse Mountain in Vancouver, and locals call it Mother Nature's Stairmaster. The trail is 2,830 steps and 2,624 feet of climbing, and most people need 2 to 2.5 hours to finish it. Macklin Celebrini does it in 39 minutes. Tyler Toffoli isn't most people. He's a veteran with nearly 900 NHL games under his belt, and he still needed a full hour on the same trail. Afterward, he joked that it was the knee's fault, but the gap wasn't about his knee. A 33-year-old pro lost by 21 minutes on a mountain to a teenager who does the hike 3 times a week in the off-season for fun, with his whole family, including his brother Aiden.
This is me at the start of the Grouse Grind.
You the first finish?
Oh yeah.
The story gets better. Months later at Sharks training camp, a reporter asked Toffoli whether Celebrini took it easy on him. Toffoli didn't smile. He called the hike terrible and said he would never do it again.
Terrible. I will not be doing that ever again.
Then added the part that says everything about Macklin Celebrini. He left me behind, so he did not take it easy on me.
Grouse Grind, did a Macklin take it easy on you?
No, he left me. So he did not take it easy on me.
That's the part to sit with. A 30-goal scorer could not keep up with a 19-year-old who treats a vertical wall like a morning jog. This isn't just cardio, it's a mindset. The same one Rick Celebrini built into his kids with those 2 words, one more. And that drive runs through everything else, starting with what he puts on his plate. Growing up with a sports medicine dad meant Macklin was eating the right way before he could spell nutrition. There was no junk food phase to unlearn. His body has been fueled like a machine from the start. The menu is the clean fuel template you'd expect from a sports medicine family. Lean proteins like grilled chicken and salmon, complex carbs like sweet potatoes, brown rice, and quinoa, and plenty of vegetables. That might be a veggie omelet and toast for breakfast, grilled chicken with rice and vegetables for lunch, and baked salmon with sweet potato for dinner. These specific details are the fun part. When Macklin needs quick fuel on the go, his go-to is a Chipotle burrito bowl. Brown rice, double chicken, guacamole, corn, lettuce, and cheese.
Brown rice, please. It's brown rice,
double chicken, guac, corn, lettuce, and cheese.
His favorite cheat meal is his mom's lasagna, and he has said on the record that she makes a really good one. The discipline holds off the ice too. He's up at 7 a.m., pulling up game film instead of scrolling his phone, and he's in bed by 10 most nights. On the road, he shares a hotel room with Will Smith, and the two of them order milk and cookies before bed. That's the wholesome routine of a 20-year-old millionaire, and it's only half the story. Macklin Celebrini doesn't just train hard, he trains with the best players on the planet. And he does it every summer on purpose because he believes you only get better by skating with the people who are already better than you. Start close to home with Connor Bedard. Both kids grew up in the same North Vancouver hockey scene. Bedard went first overall in the 2023 draft, and Celebrini went first overall in 2024, which made them back-to-back #1 picks from the same area, a rarity in itself. They trained together in North Vancouver through the summers of 2025 and 2026, and Celebrini has said both players grew from pushing each other. Then the story gets wild. In the summer of 2025, Celebrini and teammate Will Smith flew to Halifax to skate with Sidney Crosby and Nathan MacKinnon. The connection came through their shared agent, Pat Brisson, who also represents Toffoli. So, picture a normal Tuesday in July with a 19-year-old rookie and his buddy lining up against Crosby and MacKinnon in a random scrimmage. MacKinnon came out of it with a quote that should scare the rest of the league. He said, "Celebrini is miles ahead of where I was at 18. Nathan MacKinnon, one of the most explosive players in the game, looked at a teenager and said the kid is ahead of where he was at the same age. When a player like MacKinnon puts a teenager ahead of his own younger self, that lands. The on-ice work is only part of it. Being around Crosby and MacKinnon is also a masterclass in how the greats think, how they prepare, and how they carry themselves, which is exactly the lesson Rick kept pushing. Be around the best, watch how detailed they are, and copy the work. The body gets trained in the gym. His brain gets trained next to Crosby." The numbers back all this up. At the 2024 NHL Scouting Combine, every NHL team got a look at Celebrini up close. And the results he posted read less like a prospect profile and more like a typo. Start with body fat. He came in at 7.64%, top 20 in the draft. The VO2 max bike test, which measures how well your body keeps using oxygen when you're completely exhausted, is where he lasted 12 minutes and 35 seconds. Top 25 in his class. Celebrini also jumped 97.8 inches in the standing broad jump, over 8 feet from a standstill, and he generated 6.51 watts per kilogram on the bench press. The pull-ups are the part that tells you who he is. He did 10 pull-ups, and he wanted 11, which is why afterward he said, "I wanted to try to go for the 11th pull-up, but I just didn't have anything left." He was genuinely annoyed. Then came the line that ties it all together. His summary of the day was telling. "I was happy with the results, but I still have a lot of stuff I need to improve on." Most teenagers would celebrate a combine like that. Celebrini was already listing what to fix, because that's the dad, and that's the kid who runs up a mountain 3 times a week and calls it fun. 2 full NHL seasons are in the books. His rookie year in 2024-25, he played 70 games and put up 25 goals and 63 points.
Macklin Celebrini, his first of the season,
which made him a finalist for the Calder Trophy, the league's Rookie of the Year award, and earned him a spot on the All-Rookie team. That isn't bad for a kid who was 18 for most of the season.
Macklin, here's Smith, back across the grain, look Dillon on the wing, and they score!
Then came year 2. Now this is where it stops being a nice story and starts being history. In 2025-26, he played all 82 games and finished with 45 goals and 115 points. That output broke the San Jose Sharks single-season points record, a mark that used to belong to Joe Thornton. Celebrini also became one of only 6 teenagers in NHL history to score 100 points in a season, a list that includes Wayne Gretzky and Sidney Crosby. the league noticed in ways that go beyond points. He won a silver medal at the 2026 Olympics, captained Canada at the World Championship, and became the youngest cover athlete in the history of EA Sports NHL video game. He's now an alternate captain of the Sharks. Trace it all back, and it leads to the same place. A dad who taught him how to fuel his body, a mountain trail in Vancouver, and summer skates with Bedard, Crosby, and MacKinnon. Macklin Celebrini isn't just talented, he's wired differently. And 2 seasons in, we're only starting to see what that looks like. If you want to see more on how this kid actually lives day to day, check out the video on his lifestyle, because it isn't what you think. Subscribe for more NHL stories.